Drama Extra presents Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1, Episode 8 Review and Analysis. Welcome back to Drama Extra. In today's video, we're diving deep into the 8th episode of Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1. This episode marks a pivotal point in the season, full of unexpected twists, intense emotions, and life-changing decisions. So, grab your popcorn and let's get into it. 1. Opening scene, the high stakes. The episode kicks off with a bang as tensions continue to rise between the cast members. After last week's explosive confrontations, Episode 8 delivers an even higher dose of drama. We're immediately thrown into a high-stakes scenario where the main characters are trying to balance their personal ambitions with their relationships. It's evident that everyone has something to prove this week, and the stakes are more significant than ever. As we see the cast members walk into a lavish event, the producers do an excellent job of setting the tone. The camera pans across the room, capturing the strained expressions on the faces of the central players. From the very first moments, it's clear that this episode will be a roller coaster ride. 2. The conflict, heartfelt versus business-driven. One of the major storylines in Episode 8 is the ongoing battle between the more heartfelt members of the group and the business-driven individuals. It's a classic clash of values. Do you follow your passion or chase the money? We see two prominent cast members in a heated debate over this very question. This argument reaches its peak during a pivotal dinner scene where the group gathers to discuss the future of their respective businesses. As emotions run high, the difference in priorities becomes stark. On one side, we have the entrepreneurial visionaries who are all about the hustle, while on the other, the emotional side of the group wants to preserve the heart and soul of their dreams. The way the producers showcase these tensions, the underlying resentment, and even the surprising alliances that start to form by the end of the scene really shows how well-crafted the drama is. There's no clear right or wrong here, and that's what makes this conflict so engaging. 3. Key player focus, personal struggles. In this episode, the writers really dive deep into the personal lives of the cast. We see a side of the characters that hasn't been revealed before, and it's a stark contrast to the cutthroat business image they've been projecting. One of the standout moments is when a key character breaks down, revealing their personal struggles. This raw, vulnerable moment adds a layer of depth to their character, making them more relatable to the audience. It's easy to forget that behind the glamorous exterior, these characters have lives full of challenges, insecurities, and unresolved issues. This revelation sets the stage for a more profound exploration of who these individuals are, beyond the surface-level drama. It's one of those moments that adds emotional weight to the entire season and will undoubtedly play a significant role in the coming episodes. 4. Relationship drama, secrets and betrayals. As expected, Heart and Hustle Houston doesn't shy away from relationship drama, and Episode 8 delivers plenty of it. There are several confrontations between cast members, some of which have been brewing for weeks. The major reveal comes when one character's secret is exposed in front of the entire group. The shock on everyone's face is palpable, and you can't help but feel the intensity of the moment. Betrayal is a major theme here, and it's clear that not everyone can be trusted. The fallout from this revelation is messy and emotional, leading to even more tension within the group. This is the kind of drama that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, and it's no surprise that this particular storyline is one of the most talked about from this episode. Who can you trust in this group? The answer remains unclear, and that's part of the beauty of the show. 5. The hustle, ambition versus ethics. The entire episode has an undercurrent of ambition. Everyone in this group has a vision, but how far are they willing to go to achieve it? Some members are willing to push the limits of their ethics, while others are more focused on playing the game the right way. A particularly interesting subplot involves a key character who is faced with a decision that could change the course of their future. They're offered an opportunity that promises massive financial gains, but it comes with a price. This dilemma adds a moral complexity to their character and makes viewers question what they would do in a similar situation. In many ways, this episode is about the struggle between ambition and personal values. The writers do a fantastic job of exploring these themes and giving the audience something to reflect on long after the credits roll. 6. Climax, the unexpected turn. In a twist that no one saw coming, Episode 8 delivers a massive shocker that completely changes the trajectory of the season. What initially seemed like a minor subplot takes center stage, forcing the characters to reassess everything they've been working toward. The reveal isn't just a plot twist for the sake of drama, it's a game changer. It adds new layers to the narrative and sets up some exciting possibilities for the future of the show. This unexpected turn is exactly what Heart and Hustle Houston fans have come to expect, and it doesn't disappoint. The way the writers set up this plot point, carefully planting clues throughout the episode, is masterful. It's the kind of reveal that makes you go back and watch the episode again, looking for the hints you missed the first time. 7. Closing moments, the fallout and the future. As episode 8 comes to a close, we're left with more questions than answers. The fallout from the emotional confrontations, personal revelations, and business decisions leaves the cast in a state of turmoil. It's clear that this episode will have lasting consequences for everyone involved. While we're not given a clear resolution, the episode sets up the perfect segue into the next phase of the season. The tension is palpable and the stakes have never been higher. We can expect even more drama in the upcoming episodes as the characters continue to battle it out for supremacy. 8. Final thoughts, a game-changing episode. Overall, Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1, Episode 8 is a standout episode that shifts the dynamic of the entire season. It combines high-stakes drama, emotional depth, and unexpected plot twists, making it a must-watch for fans of the show. The characters are more complex than ever, and the stakes are higher than we could have ever imagined. As we head into the final stretch of the season, it's clear that this episode has set the stage for some explosive developments. The personal and professional struggles will only intensify, and we can't wait to see what happens next. 9. The impact on relationships, new alliances and tensions. One of the most intriguing aspects of Episode 8 is the shifting dynamics between the cast members. The emotional revelations and dramatic confrontations lead to some surprising new alliances forming. Characters who were previously at odds begin to find common ground, while others, once inseparable, now stand divided. This evolution of relationships adds a layer of complexity to the show, as it keeps viewers guessing about who can be trusted. It's fascinating to watch as the characters evolve, with some turning into unexpected allies, while others sink further into betrayal and animosity. This evolution of relationships adds a layer of complexity to the show, as it keeps viewers guessing about who can be trusted. It's fascinating to watch as the characters evolve, with some turning into unexpected allies, while others sink further into betrayal and animosity. The tension between certain individuals intensifies, leaving us with the question: will these new alliances hold, or will the past come back to haunt them? 10. Character development. Who's evolving and who's stagnating? Throughout this season we've seen a range of character growth, but Episode 8 takes this to the next level. Some of the cast members begin to break free from their previous limitations, pushing themselves to new heights, both personally and professionally. For example, one character who has been largely passive in earlier episodes starts to take a more active role in the business aspects of the show. This shift in their attitude not only creates new opportunities for them but also drives a wedge between them and others who feel threatened by this newfound ambition. On the other hand, some characters seem to be stagnating, clinging to old habits and past successes. This contrast between growth and stagnation is what makes the cast so fascinating. We are left wondering whether the ones holding back will eventually catch up or if they'll be left behind. 11. A look at the business side, strategies and setbacks. As we've seen throughout the season, the show is not just about personal drama. It's also about the hustle and the strategies that each character employs to achieve success. In Episode 8, we see a major focus on the business side of things as several key players attempt to scale their operations. One character, in particular, faces a setback that threatens their entire venture. The tension surrounding this is palpable, especially as their competitors in the group smell blood in the water. We see a cutthroat approach to business, with each person looking for an opportunity to get ahead, even if it means undercutting a colleague or exploiting a weakness. The portrayal of this competitive atmosphere gives the audience a glimpse into the harsh realities of entrepreneurship. While some of the characters handle setbacks with grace, others let frustration cloud their judgment, which only adds fuel to the drama. 12. Power struggles. Who's in control? Episode 8 also showcases some of the power struggles that have been bubbling under the surface throughout the season. We see characters vying for control, whether it's in their personal relationships or their professional endeavors. The episode does a fantastic job of highlighting the tension that arises when two or more individuals feel entitled to power. As we watch the characters maneuver, it becomes clear that this is more than just a competition for resources or opportunities, it's a battle for dominance. The drama around these power plays creates a gripping storyline that keeps us engaged. Who will come out on top and who will fall from grace? This question looms over the entire episode. 13. The heart of the show, loyalty versus ambition. The central theme that runs through Episode 8 is the classic conflict between loyalty and ambition. On one side, we have the characters who are fiercely loyal to their friends, partners, and values. On the other, there are those who are driven by ambition and will stop at nothing to get what they want. This contrast is most evident in the way two key characters handle a major decision that could impact the group as a whole. One chooses loyalty over personal gain, while the other opts for a more self-serving path, causing a ripple effect that leads to some intense confrontations. This struggle speaks to the core of what makes Heart and Hustle Houston so compelling. It's not just about success, it's about the choices we make in the pursuit of it. 14. Behind the scenes, the power of editing and storytelling. While the drama plays out on screen, there's also a layer of storytelling happening behind the scenes. Episode 8 is a masterclass in editing and pacing, as the producers know exactly when to ramp up the tension and when to give the audience a brief moment of relief. The editing choices are crucial in building suspense, especially during the high-stakes business negotiations and emotional confrontations. Quick cuts, close-ups, and dramatic music heighten the impact of each scene, ensuring that viewers remain on the edge of their seats. This technical aspect of the show deserves a mention because it significantly contributes to the overall experience. The creators are playing with the audience's emotions, leading us through moments of exhilaration, doubt, and heartbreak, all through the lens of expert editing. 15. What's next for the cast? Predictions for future episodes. As we approach the latter half of the season, the show is building towards some explosive developments. Episode 8 has set the stage for what promises to be a thrilling conclusion to the season. One prediction we can make is that the newly formed alliances will be tested in the coming episodes. The power struggles will intensify, and we can expect more personal and professional betrayals as the characters continue to push each other to their limits. Additionally, the business side of things will take center stage in the next episodes, with characters facing even more difficult decisions that will determine the trajectory of their futures. Will they stay true to their values, or will ambition drive them to make choices they'll regret? 16. Final rating and conclusion. Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1, Episode 8 is a standout chapter in the season. It blends drama, character development, and high-stakes business dilemmas into an unforgettable viewing experience. The episode strikes a perfect balance between emotional depth and nail-biting tension, keeping the audience hooked from start to finish. The producers have done an exceptional job of making sure that the stakes feel real, and the consequences of every decision weigh heavily on the characters. Whether it's personal relationships, business ventures, or power struggles, this episode proves that anything can happen when ambition meets loyalty. In conclusion, Episode 8 of Heart and Hustle Houston is a must-watch for anyone who loves a good mix of drama, real-life struggles, and jaw-dropping moments. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to catch up as it sets up the rest of the season for even more exciting developments. 17. Emotional roller coaster, the unseen struggles. As much as this episode focuses on the interpersonal drama and business struggles, it also highlights the unseen emotional toll on the cast members. We see characters who have been portrayed as confident and self-assured begin to crack under pressure. One of the most touching moments comes when a character opens up about their personal struggles, which have been hidden from the group until now. This raw, vulnerable moment allows the audience to see a side of the character they've never seen before. It's a powerful reminder that, behind the glamour of their lives, these individuals face the same emotional challenges that many of us do. This scene serves as a pivotal moment in the character's arc, allowing for growth and a deeper connection with the audience. The emotional roller coaster that the characters go through in this episode is not just for drama's sake. It gives the show a human touch, allowing viewers to empathize with their journeys. The vulnerability shown in this episode adds depth to the cast and makes us question how much of this reality is carefully constructed and how much is genuine pain and emotion. 18. Spotlight on the underdog, the unexpected hero. Every great drama series needs an underdog, and Episode 8 certainly delivers. A character who has been underestimated throughout the season steps into the spotlight in this episode. While others have been playing their power games, this individual quietly works behind the scenes, taking calculated risks and making decisions that will prove crucial in the long run. In a pivotal moment, this underdog takes center stage in a way no one could have predicted. Their actions, though initially seen as small and inconsequential, end up having a massive impact on the group dynamic. They manage to outmaneuver some of the more established characters, proving that sometimes it's not the loudest person in the room who wins, it's the one who's thinking 2 steps ahead. This character's arc is one of the most satisfying to watch in this episode. It's clear that they are evolving into a major player in the group, and their quiet determination makes them someone we'll be watching closely in the coming episodes. 19. The business pitch, a deal on the line. A major focus of episode 8 is a high-stakes business pitch, where one character presents an idea that could change the game for the entire group. The tension during this scene is palpable, as everyone weighs in on whether they think the pitch is a good idea or not. Some are ready to invest big while others are hesitant, worried that it could lead to failure. This moment is a perfect representation of the delicate balance between ambition and risk. Every character has their own unique approach to business, and this pitch reveals just how far some are willing to go for success. It's not just about money, it's about the relationships that are put to the test when large sums are involved. The pitch itself is nerve-wracking. The camera zooms in on the presenter's face, capturing every moment of doubt and determination. As the group deliberates, it becomes clear that this is a turning point for the business aspect of the show. Will the deal go through? And if it does, what will the aftermath look like? 20. New betrayals, trust issues resurface. No episode of Heart and Hustle Houston is complete without a few betrayals, and episode 8 brings this theme back in full force. After several characters make promises to each other, one of them breaks trust in a significant way. This betrayal causes shockwaves through the group, and the reactions are as intense as expected. What's interesting in this episode is how the betrayal is handled. It's not just a straightforward issue. It sparks a deeper conversation about loyalty, honesty, and the fine line between friendship and business. The way the characters respond to the betrayal highlights the cracks in their relationships and showcases just how fragile trust can be when there's so much at stake. This betrayal adds even more drama to an already intense episode, setting the stage for what promises to be a very tense final stretch for the season. 21. Back to the roots, where it all began. As the episode nears its end, we see several of the characters reflecting on where they started and how far they've come. This introspection gives the audience a glimpse into their motivations and what drives them to keep pushing forward despite all the setbacks. One character, in particular, has a touching moment where they look back at their journey from humble beginnings to where they are now. This reflection is not just about personal growth but also about the sacrifices they've made along the way. It serves as a reminder that, while the show may seem like it's all about the drama and the business hustle, there are real stories behind these characters, and they've all been shaped by their experiences. This moment of reflection serves as a powerful reminder that every character is more than just their actions on screen. They are complex individuals with hopes, dreams, and struggles that have shaped them into who they are today. 22. The final showdown. What's coming next? As episode 8 draws to a close, we are left with a sense of anticipation. The season has been building towards something big, and this episode has set the stage for a thrilling conclusion. With new alliances, betrayals, and power struggles emerging, it's clear that things are only going to get more intense in the coming episodes. In the final moments, the camera pans across the cast, leaving us with a cliffhanger that will undoubtedly have us counting down the days until the next episode. The groundwork has been laid for some explosive confrontations, and we can only imagine what's in store. It's safe to say that Heart and Hustle Houston has turned up the heat, and the next few episodes will likely be even more dramatic, emotional, and unpredictable. What will happen when all the secrets are out? Who will come out on top and who will fall from grace? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the stakes have never been higher. 23. Final thoughts, an episode worth talking about. Episode 8 of Heart and Hustle Houston is a pivotal turning point in the season, one that raises the stakes for the characters in both their personal and professional lives. From emotional revelations to business deals on the line, the episode masterfully blends drama, character development, and tension to keep viewers engaged from start to finish. What makes this episode stand out is how it pushes the characters to their limits. Every decision feels important and every relationship is tested. It's a reminder that, while the hustle is real, it's the heart behind it that truly matters. And in this episode, we see how that balance can make or break a person. Overall, Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1, Episode 8 is a must-watch for fans of the series, filled with twists, turns, and plenty of jaw-dropping moments. If you haven't seen it yet, now's the time to catch up. 24. Behind Closed Doors, The Untold Stories. As we continue to dive into the emotional and business aspects of Heart and Hustle Houston, Episode 8 delves into the untold stories that are rarely shared with the public. This episode takes us behind closed doors, showing how personal lives intertwine with professional ambitions. The private moments, captured in intimate settings, give a rare look into the vulnerability and pressures the cast members face. For some, this is the first time they are opening up about their struggles, whether it's battling self-doubt, feeling like they are failing at managing both work and relationships, or dealing with family pressure. These conversations reveal a side to the characters that makes them more than just ambitious go-getters or drama-fueled players. They are real people facing real obstacles. In one particular segment, a character confesses the toll that the hustle has taken on their mental health, making them question whether the dream they've been chasing is worth the sacrifices they've made. This honest reflection invites the audience to reflect on their own ambitions, adding a layer of depth and relatability to the show. 25. A dramatic showdown, the confrontation. Of course, no episode of Heart and Hustle Houston would be complete without an explosive confrontation. Episode 8 doesn't disappoint in this area, bringing the heat as two major characters finally face off after weeks of tension and build-up. The confrontation starts off as a casual disagreement but escalates quickly, revealing deep-seated resentments and misunderstandings that have been brewing for far too long. What begins as a shouting match turns into a personal attack, with accusations flying left and right. What makes this confrontation especially intriguing is how the characters navigate the discussion. While some try to maintain composure and defend their positions, others resort to personal attacks, showing just how much the situation has impacted them. This exchange feels like the boiling point, the moment when everything comes to a head and the stakes become real. The fallout from this showdown is significant, as it leaves a trail of broken relationships and unresolved issues that will undoubtedly come to the forefront in future episodes. 26. The Women's Circle, Empowerment and Support. A highlight of Episode 8 is the emphasis on female empowerment and support. Amid the business rivalries and betrayals, there's a moment where the women of the group come together in a show of solidarity. This isn't just a typical girls' night out scene. It's a powerful and emotional gathering where they share their struggles, lift each other up, and offer advice. What stands out about this moment is the sense of sisterhood that emerges as these women, often portrayed as fierce competitors, take the time to support one another. Whether it's offering career advice, sharing personal victories, or simply being there for each other during a tough time, this scene is a refreshing change from the usual backstabbing drama we've seen in earlier episodes. The writers brilliantly capture the power of these moments of unity, showing that while competition and ambition may drive them, these women are not immune to the value of friendship and trust. It's a rare, touching moment that adds emotional depth to the episode. 27. The Power of Perception, How the Cast is Viewed. Throughout the episode, the cast members are not only dealing with their internal conflicts but also struggling with how they are perceived by the outside world. In one of the most gripping parts of the episode, a character receives an anonymous message questioning their integrity, casting doubt on their business practices. This moment sparks a flurry of anxiety and paranoia among the group, with everyone scrambling to protect their image. Some take the high road, insisting that their actions speak for themselves, while others go on the defensive, trying to clear their names in front of the cameras. This theme of perception versus reality is a constant thread in Episode 8. We see characters trying to balance their public personas with the real-life decisions they're making, which sometimes conflict with the image they want to project. It's a fascinating exploration of how far people will go to protect their reputation and what happens when that image is threatened. 28. The Future of the Hustle, Setting Up Season Finale. As Episode 8 builds toward its climax, it sets up some crucial developments that will drive the rest of the season forward. One of the most exciting elements introduced is a new business opportunity that promises to be a game-changer for the group. A wealthy investor approaches one of the main characters with a proposal that could provide the financial backing needed to turn their vision into reality. However, this opportunity comes with strings attached, and it's clear that not everyone is comfortable with the terms. As the group discusses the offer, we sense the tension between those who are willing to take the risk and those who are wary of the potential fallout. This plot thread is set to explode in the coming episodes, and it's clear that the stakes are higher than ever. The group's collective ambition will be tested, and we can expect more power plays, betrayals, and backroom deals that will redefine the relationships between the cast members. 29. A moment of reflection. What's at stake? Toward the end of the episode, there's a moment of reflection where the characters pause to consider what's at stake, both in terms of their professional goals and personal relationships. This reflection feels like a turning point, a moment where they realize that their dreams could either come true or fall apart depending on the choices they make in the next few episodes. For some, this realization serves as a wake-up call, urging them to reconsider their priorities. Others, however, double down on their ambitions, determined to do whatever it takes to succeed. This moment of introspection adds a layer of emotional complexity to the show, making the audience ponder what they would do in a similar situation. 30. Closing thoughts. The ongoing hustle. Overall, Episode 8 of Heart and Hustle Houston continues to deliver the drama, suspense, and emotional depth that fans have come to expect from the series. It's an episode that pushes the characters to their limits, testing their loyalty, ambition, and emotional resilience. The stakes are higher than ever, and the choices made in this episode will undoubtedly have lasting consequences for the rest of the season. With new opportunities, fresh betrayals, and intense emotional moments, Episode 8 leaves viewers eager to see what happens next. If you're a fan of Heart and Hustle Houston, you won't want to miss the next few episodes, as the show builds toward its thrilling finale. The hustle is real and the heart is beating strong, but only time will tell who will come out on top. Call to action, CTA. Final thoughts. What did you think of Episode 8? Which character do you think is on the right path to success, and who do you think is going to fall short? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from Drama Extra. Stay tuned for more in-depth reviews and analysis on the latest episodes of your favorite shows.